Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today, guys, we are jumping down into the world of Solana, specifically taking a look at what if scenarios. What if we only had Solana in our portfolio and we wanted our portfolio to invest up to $1 million or to vest up to $1 million? Essentially, how many SOL tokens do you need to become a millionaire? Now, as I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. Don't forget to join us down in Discord as well, also linked in the description below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. Let's jump right down into this video though and start talking around at least a little bit around Solana's price action and all that kind of good stuff. We need to know two things here, right? We basically need to know what our purchase price or average purchase price of Solana is going to be. And we also need to know what the future might look like. Okay, what price prediction do we think Solana is going to? Okay, with these two things, we can actually drive out, hey, how much money we need to invest, and B, how many tokens are we looking to buy, right? And, all that kind of good stuff. So here we have Solana paired up with USDT. It's a daily chart. I do think we have a strong possibility that the bottom is in at $8 flat here on the Binance side of things, but that's not to say that a correction isn't coming. I do think we have to move down. We can see there's a natural correction, in my opinion, looking to come back down, probably more towards our range of around kind of $13 to $15. I think for the purpose of this video, what we'll do is we'll say our average purchase price of Solana is $15. I think that's going to be the easiest way to kind of say, there's an opportunity to come at around that price, but also we've seen some accumulation historically in and around kind of $12 and maybe a little bit lower towards $10. Retesting of this range of 13 has had some buying activity. So we see there's a lot of accumulation at this particular range. So I'm going to use that as a great place to be. We could also note that there's a lot of accumulation happening at around kind of the 18 upwards towards $27. So I think for the average price, we can say approximately $15, right? So if $15 is our average purchase price for Solana, well, the next part of the argument that we need to know about is how high is Solana likely to go in the next bullish market. Okay, and so for that, what we're going to do is we're going to jump on over to the weekly chart where we can see good structure. Okay, so there's no reason to think that Solana cannot perform incredibly well in the same way that it saw previously. There's still a lot of VC capital piling into Solana, and this is essentially a good sign for price appreciation later. As we saw, a 25,000% growth in the previous bullish market. If we were to repeat such a scenario, it puts Solana at $2,000. Now, I think $2,000 future price prediction here for Solana is a little bit too optimistic. I think, in fact, we'll probably be more comfortable thinking around the $600 level. And if we're lucky, maybe we can push to $1,000. Okay, so for the purpose of this video, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a $15 average purchase price, and we're also going to assume that we're going to find an upper limit of around the $600 and let's say $20 level. Okay, this allows us to kind of thinking there's some great accumulation to be had, and there's some great price appreciation in the future. Okay, these two things allow us then to kind of figure out, okay, well, how many tokens do we need if we want to be, millionaires just with Solana as the only thing that we're investing in, and what kind of investment does that look like? Well, for that we have an Excel spreadsheet. So on the Excel spreadsheet, we've got Solana as the ticker here. We've got the future price that we think it's going to go to, then the target, which is $1 million. That's going to tell us how many tokens we're going to need. We have the average purchase price, which is then going to drive out how much we need to invest, and then of course we're going to have the profit. We're going to apply 20% tax to that, and then we're going to have net profit after tax. So let's kick things off by saying, okay, we have a $620 future price for Solana. That means that we're going to need 1,613 SOL if we want to be able to get $1 million. Now, if our average purchase price is $15, it means that we are looking to invest $24,194. Okay, that would drive out a profit of $975,806. We apply the 20% capital gains tax that we'd have here in the UK, but again, that's going to be different depending on your jurisdiction. We'd have a tax bill of $195,161, and then our net after tax comes in at $780,645. Okay, so that's based on a average purchase price of $15 and the future price prediction of $620. Now, for the most part, that might seem absolutely bonkers, really crazy. How can we only go to 620 and, all that kind of stuff? Now, for the most part, if we bring back our chart here, we can, of course, push a little bit higher than this. I'm being really conservative here. This allows you to build potentially, at least in my opinion, multi-million-dollar portfolios rather than just million-dollar portfolios, right? If we're super conservative about it and we see price appreciate even further, then, of course, we can potentially see even better price predictions. So let's say we can actually push out more towards that 882 fib level. That would be a $1,050 price prediction, right? If we were to go ahead and put that into our chart here, it would say that we'd only need 952 SOL, right? And still the average price would be $15. And again, we're going to net down just a little bit more here at $788,000. Obviously, the main difference here is that we're not investing $24,000. We're only investing $14,000. So there's a $10,000 saving to be made on your initial upfront investment costs. So really interesting. But what if we were to completely, have a massive blow off top? We go to $2,000. What does that look like? Well, you need 500 SOL, average price being $15. That's a $7,500 investment, and you would drive out after tax $794,000. Now, a $2,000 SOL is going to be, a real struggle in my opinion, but it is a possibility, so we'll acknowledge it for now. But I think on the conservative side, around $620 would be a pretty decent price for Solana to be looking to achieve anyway. Let me know what your thoughts are on this one down in the comments below, but I think I am going to wrap the video up right there. If you have found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.